What a comeback, man. What a comeback. The Toronto Maple Leafs come into TD Garden, a place where the Leafs end up losing in every playoff game at the TD Garden. Find a way to get the win in overtime as the Leafs overcome a 3-0 deficit and they beat the Boston Bruins 5-4 in overtime. And that was awesome, dude. Like, it was really awesome because playing at TD Garden, it is not a great place to play in. You're coming into TD Garden. You know what happened. Last time when the Leafs were in TD Garden was back in October of 2024, where Austin Matthews turns the puck over to Brad Marchand, and of course Marchand just steals the show, completing all challenges. And I said to myself that we didn't deserve to lose to the Bruins yet again. And then, of course, go back to the last one, Game 7, back in May 4th of 2024. David Pastrnak scores the game-winning goal. And you know where that all went? If you can recall from that reaction video that I did. No, not the one where the gold medal went. Not when McDavid scored the gold medal at the goal at the Four Nations. We're talking about the game-winning goal against the Maple Leafs. Like, that goal kind of sucked. But you're playing against the Bruins this year. You don't have Jim Montgomery anymore. You have Joe Sakic or something like that. I'm not sure. And you get the Bruins, whom aren't as dominant as before. You don't have Patrice Bergeron. You don't have Patrice Bergeron anymore. You don't have David Krejci anymore. You don't have Jake DeBrusk anymore. You get these guys of Brad Marchand, Jeremy Swayman, David Pastrnak, Trent Frederick, Nikita Zadorov, and Charlie McAvoy. McAvoy wasn't even playing, and he was injured after the Four Nations. So, let's get to this game. The first period did not go so well, because Leafs end up giving the puck over to David Pastrnak within 29 seconds to go. 29 seconds into the game, and David Pastrnak scores. The Bruins go on top. It is 1-0 Bruins from a stinker from the Leafs, giving up the goal to David Pastrnak, which of course might not make any good sense. And then of course the Leafs take a penalty for tripping, and I'm like, great dive, Brad. And then, of course, the Bruins take a 2-0 advantage on the Leafs by Brad Marchand. And it's 2-0 Bruins at the end of the first period. The only thing that happened was, at least it wasn't 3-0 in the first period, because Anthony Storlars saved one of those goals to avoid a disaster. That caused a scrimmage at the end of the first period. Not what I want to see, but I don't want that to happen. But we're down 2-0. So I expect more from this team, because this team didn't even show up, for Christ's sake. And of course, Leafs take another stupid penalty, and guess who scores? Connor Geekie. Geekie makes it 3-0 Leafs, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Even when we try to score, Jeremy Swayman couldn't even let the Leafs score. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be a pain, because every time we play in TD Garden, every time when we face the Bruins at TD Garden, you expect the bad things to happen. And this is not good, because Swayman is a good goaltender. You don't have Linus Allmark anymore. You have Swayman and Korpisalo. But they're not good. Anyways, I'm getting a little off topic about that. However, the Leafs strike back. They score, and they get on the board, which is none other than Morgan Rielly. As Rielly gets the Leafs on the board, it's 3-1 Bruins. I'm like, come on, we need some magic here. Leafs were able to get, well, there was a 4-on-4, but the Leafs were able to get that power play on time. Just we couldn't score in the last minute of the second period. But we were able to capitalize that with it to start the third period, and it was Nick Robertson, and it's of course. Oh wait, hold on. No wait. I'm thinking it was Mitch Marner or Nick Robertson, but it was Mitch Marner who scores to make it a 1-goal game for the Leafs. So Marner makes it a 1-goal game. All right. And then, of course, Nick Robertson, the kid that never misses, he ties this game up at 3. I'm like, okay, this is pretty good thus far. I think we have some chance. We have a chance to go. Yeah, unfortunately, David Pastrnak scores again with a bad turnover by Jake McCabe, and the Bruins retake the lead. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, man! Leeds came back from a 3-0 deficit, and you're gonna play hero, and you're gonna let Pastrnak ruin the comeback. I'm like, are you kidding me, man? This is not good. And I'm like thinking, yeah, I'm sweating. I am really starting to get mad at this point because the Bruins literally ruined the Leeds comeback. But within the 9 seconds of the game, you thought this game would be over. You thought, oh, Swayman's gonna end the game. Oh, we're gonna lose because of David Pastrnak. It didn't look like it out there because Pontus Holmberg ties this game up at 4, and we're going to overtime. And this is where it comes into play because you're playing in overtime. You didn't do well against the Bruins in the first meeting against the Bruins. You lost 4-3 in overtime to the Bruins because of Marchand just ruining it all. Where we had 2 points in the bag and Marchand just ruins it. With Matthews having the puck turn over the puck to Brad Marchand. Stoley made some saves, and the freaking, what's it called again? The freaking highlight reel just went into smithereens. Tonight, we had chances, just couldn't score in overtime. Went back and forth. Yes, of course. Luckily, Stoley was able to stand his ground in overtime. Made some saves there. And guess who comes in the clutch? Mitch Marner on the breakaway. And he ends this game 5-4 in overtime. And that's how it ends in Boston. Leafs win the game. Leafs save the day. The comeback is complete. This is the score that the Bruins were up by. They were up 3-0 over the Maple Leafs. But after a while, Morgan Rielly stepped up. Pontus Holmberg, Mitch Marner, and Nick Robertson came in to save the day. And the Leafs comeback is not ruined. It's complete. Let's go. Look, listen. I know I don't like the Bruins, and I know for a fact I don't like seeing the Leafs lose to the Bruins all over the place because of the playoffs. You know what happened in Game 7 of the playoffs? David Pastrnak scored the game-winning goal. I was doing that Leafs reaction video, and that thing was going on strong at 110,000 views, I believe. I might want to double check at that point. And you know what happened? Yeah, I was upset. I had to take off my Nylander jersey, and I slammed that jersey 3 times. And then I took the Lego AT-AP Walker and then destroyed it. You might see me do that, I don't know. And then go back further, Leafs actually end up winning the game, and that's how it ends. Leafs win 5-4 in overtime. That's a good win. It is a very good win. Which leads to trouble at the cost of Chris Tanev being injured. He won't be returning. You can see there was a sling on his arm. I'm not sure if he's going to play. He's going to be reevaluated. And William Nylander, I'm not sure he was not even in overtime. He was just not there. But a win's a win. Leafs are on a 3-game win streak. And it feels so good because we just needed those wins, okay? So, the next game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they have 2 days off. And they play on Friday against the New York Rangers, who, of course, the Rangers destroyed the New York Islanders 5-1 in Long Island. And that's really, really settling. But on the bright side, at least the Leafs came back against the Bruins, which hasn't been done since 1963. I wasn't even born when that happened. I was born in 2003. And I finally got a chance to see something like this. I was able to see the Leafs beat the Chicago Blackhawks in Chicago for the first time since February 12th, 2003. And now, finally, Leafs come back against the Bruins. That's just absolute cinema. All right? We'll take this win. 3 wins But on the second thought, we're getting absolutely cooked with injuries. I don't like it, but we have to find a way to win, I guess. Anyways, I think I'm done with this. Let's go, Leafs! Yeah!